Anyway,
that's cute.
Manchester United with a bit of a crazy comeback, really. 4-2 it finishes in the Carabao Cup. You mentioned Shaka-strophic. Good news. We have Shaka Hislop joining us. Got to stay at home and not join us in the studio today. Right. Frank Leboeuf is also with us as well. Bit of a crazy comeback that then, Shaka.
It was. It was a really odd game, especially given the league game on the weekend. Both managers make 7 changes to their starting lineups. And in all honesty, I thought Manchester United made all the running, maybe as you'd expect, particularly at home. But then Aston Villa, who kept a really good shape, Unai Emery clearly trying to figure out who his best team is or what his best formation is. I thought they were disciplined and didn't offer an awful lot. Then they score, then they give up a goal, then Unai Emery makes changes and is rewarded, and then Ten Hag makes wholesale changes, 2 changes as well. And once Ten Hag makes those changes, this game totally changed. Manchester United were by far the more dominant. They finally were able to get around the back of an otherwise disciplined Aston Villa and got their just rewards. It's a difficult pill for Unai Emery to swallow. As I say, he made a lot of changes, still trying to figure things out. And for Manchester United, I'll be honest, once the players came on, with the Garnacho, Eriksson and Elanga came on the 62nd, it was a brand new game for them and they just cruised.
Can I just add that we've got James Ollie with us as well? I absolutely did not mean to snub you, James Ollie.
You kind of did.
No, we'll be hearing a lot more from James in just a moment. We're delighted to have you with us, James. Frank Leboeuf's with us as well, of course. Frank, Manchester United at this stage, we've been talking about whether teams are happy there's a break coming up for the World Cup or maybe whether some teams could continue with some momentum. How do you think Manchester United will view the stopping play coming up?
Well, I mainly think that every team, in the world are happy to have those breaks, and especially in the Premier League, we can see that. And I follow the first segment with Real Madrid, and also I think big teams need a rest, and they don't really know where they stand. I mean, the first half that I saw today was appalling. That was so boring, and in fact, they needed to make a mistake, Manchester United, to react. Because they didn't want to go into that game, they didn't want to play that game, and it's because they've been forced to react that they came back and they play the level they should have started with. I don't think they're tired. I don't think they need a rest. I think they're getting good where they need to. I don't have an answer to explain which. If it's Manchester United, we made so much pressure that Aston Villa collapsed, or it's because Aston Villa collapsed that Manchester United were able to put that pressure and score many goals. But definitely, there were 2 games, 2 different Aston Villa team after the lead of 2-1. That was after something very horrendous that I saw defensively, and not only about Minks, but good reaction from Manchester United, and they showed that they were superior tonight to Aston Villa for sure.
Alejandro Garnacho, a name that we're saying again. I tell you, could do with a player like that right now. Atleti.
Well, Atleti needs a lot of players, not just Garnacho.
He did come from them.
Well, I would say that Garnacho gives this team something different, a little bit of life, personality, and creativity, change of pace down the wings, and now productivity as well, because scores a goal and then goes on in this game and provides that service to McTominay. So there are a lot of things about him that you can get excited about, but please, I would beg all Manchester United fans out there, don't go crazy just yet, right? The name Alejandro Garnacho cannot become the savior for this club. So just allow him to mature, allow him to grow up, and he's growing up in an environment in which at least he's getting an opportunity to play. The more he plays, the better he gets. Allow this player to really maximize his potential. Don't make him into the biggest, most gigantic superstar in the world just because he's had 2 good games.
I suppose as well, though, looking at this for Manchester United, with everything that we've seen so far this season, James, you'd say that this is a competition that Erik Ten Hag will probably be looking at, hoping to win, right?
Well, if you look at the results this week, I mean, Arsenal, Chelsea and Tottenham have all gone out. It's a real chance for Manchester United now. Manchester City and Liverpool are playing each other in the next round. So a lot of managers in the past have come to England and used this competition as a bit of a stepping stone. You think about Jose Mourinho, probably most famously winning the League Cup and then going on to such tremendous success at Chelsea. The only thing I would say as a caveat against all of that is these games, the next round is going to be played the week commencing the 19th of December. So these matches, the next round are going to be 2 or 3 days after the World Cup final. So what lineups we're going to see in this competition is anybody's guess. So it does shorten that gap even further from the end of the World Cup to the start of the Premier League, which is Boxing Day in England. Or obviously now they're going to have an extra game in between that. But yeah, look, Erik ten Hag is going to be judged on getting Manchester United back winning trophies, and this is already shaping up to be a good opportunity for them.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.